A lot of people lead their lives by spending their waking moments worrying over trivial things, things that really don't matter that much. They'll get involved in the smallest detail of the plot of their favourite TV soap. They'll devour every gossiping headline in the tabloids and believe it all. They'll muscle in and concentrate on the mistakes that other people are making in their lives, and so on. Yet when it comes to the more important things in life, well, these seem to get passed by. It's almost as if the big decisions get swamped by all the trivia that doesn't really matter in the big scheme of life, but somehow it seems to feel more important, and therefore it always gets your attention big time. Is this you? Can you identify with this way of living? If so, it's time to change. Now, if you're starting to worry that change is difficult, or you've tried it before and it's never worked, then stop right now. Clear those thoughts from your head. Sweep away the old patterns of thinking and start afresh. I bet I could make a fairly confident guess that as an anxiety sufferer, you put a lot of store by what other people think of you. Am I right? And I bet that gets to you at times. So I'm asking you to sit quietly for a while and jot down all the things that you feel anxious about when it comes to worrying about what other people think of you. Get it all down on paper, every single thing, no matter how silly it seems. Once you've got all those points down on paper, there's two ways that you can go from here, and that very much depends on the type of person that you are. Only you can know that. Method 1. You can make a promise to yourself that you will go through your list of concerns, one at a time, gradually dealing with the issue that concerns you until it's no longer a problem for you. This might involve changing the way you behave, but it's fairly likely that it's more to do with changing the way that you think. And this mostly comes down to your levels of confidence. Have you ever watched someone walk into a room full of people and noticed almost an aura of confidence glowing around them? How do they do that, you might be thinking? Well, I can tell you now, that person is no different from you or I. You might think that they are, but they're not, trust me. Their confidence is not something that they were born with. We all start off exactly the same, don't we? No, it's something that they learn as they go through life. They learn that nobody is better or worse than anybody else in this life, and that it doesn't matter what other people think of you. Being true to yourself is all that matters. And this is absolutely key to moving on from your anxiety. Do you really want to spend the next 10, 20, 30 years worrying what other people think about you? No? I don't blame you. What a waste of your precious life. So the first logical step for you would be to increase your self-confidence. It's amazing how sometimes the smallest of changes at a personal level can make big changes happen in your life. Method 2. You might prefer to just put your list of concerns to one side and not look at it again for a long while. This isn't quite as silly an idea as it first sounds, as you might find that as you progress through the year and make great strides in reducing your anxiety, when you look at your list again later in the year, you'll be amazed at how many of those worries are no longer important to you. You'll have dealt with them and dismissed them, and probably not even realised at the time that you were doing it. Whichever way you think you're going to go with this, don't forget to put the date at the top of your list. I really want you to see how quickly you can move on with your life, and how much of your anxiety you're leaving behind you. I hope you get on okay with making your list. Don't worry that it's too short or too long. Who's counting? Just put down whatever you feel is relevant at this moment. After all, this is your list, and you know that it really doesn't matter what other people think.